Hey guys, Hell Jackie here. Got another video for you today. I know it's been a little while since I've done a commentary video for a little while, but I've been working on this city tile here. I've been building a port, as you can see. I have like getting close to 50 million people in my mega region, which I guess I can showcase a little bit before I go to it. And I really don't have a proper port in this region, which is kind of like, you should probably get something in because I've got like little ports. If I go into the, why am I? It's always when I'm recording, I can't figure out where to go. So if I go to the transport map, here, I'll move this thing out of the way. You can see all the anchors away here. I got lots of ports, but not really anything else. Some little Maxis ports here and there, but not like a real big container port or anything like that. So yeah, I've been working on that and I wanted to showcase, but since I'm in region view, let's go back. I've unlocked every tile in this mega region, so you can just see how big this thing is. I've even named them all. I don't know if you can, if you're interested in that. I just kind of quickly did them all. Like all the aircraft from my region come up here for some reason. There's still lots of room to work with, even though I've got close to 50 million people in. They're all kind of huddled in that big mega city, but there is more room. Even lots of flat land, but lots of mountains and stuff to tackle as well. Show the, I think there's like a lake here. I don't know, it kind of looks like a hammer. That's why I called it like Hammer Bay or something. You've seen this area in some videos. I've kind of developed like a snowy mountainside thing. I'm kind of working over here. There'll be another UDI video coming out soon, probably starting over here. If I put the transport map on, you can kind of see lots of work getting that all hooked up. And then this might be a cross region highway once that's all done. I've got bullet train networks, lots of rail and stuff too. Yeah, you can keep going this way while I'm here. You can see all the farmlands and stuff. This is an area I've kind of worked at. And that just heads over. There's a highway that goes to the eastern edge. I've showcased that at least in one video. And a nice developed area there. And then I can head south. May as well show all the areas, because I opened all this up because there's a program that has to have all the tiles open to display like a cool region view. The name of the program is eluding me right now, which is kind of dumb. I wish I should have some notes to prepare. A couple of, looks like I got a brown box there. I got to fix that. But this is the new airport area. This is kind of like the newest area of my region. You can see that it's a lot lower density versus like the skyscraper forest over here. But it was cool. I put an airport in each tile. Make sure it's all serviced. So instead of a port in the air, I'm doing a port in the water. And then this is the southern highway that starts here. Kind of cuts through the mountain range. And I put trees in all these tiles as well, just so you can see. And then I haven't opened up the stuff in the ocean, so that could be done another time. I'll put on transport just so you can see some stuff before we go into the city. But yeah, it's all kind of hooked up. So I worked a lot on getting rail and road connections into this port, so it can like be dispersed throughout the whole region. So without further ado, I'll open up the city tile. I feel like I'm a YouTuber, like just looking for filler. And they put all kinds of filler in the beginning of the video, but no, we're going. It just took 4 minutes. It looks like we lost the video for some reason, which is weird. But it is loading. It does take a little bit of time, but you can see. So before, like in 2018, I wanted to build a port on this city tile. I just procrastinated for a long time, and the coast was straight, like horizontal here, like east-west. So I made a big landfill to go north-south to build ports on both sides. Before I was thinking maybe putting a port just kind of along the edge here. But I decided to go all the way up and did some highway and rail connections. The city tile here has been zoned, has all the infrastructure and everything, but it has not had the play button pressed on it. So that's what I'm going to do in this video, is hit play and just see how it grows and how it's used. Obviously, all this port infrastructure will only be used in the city tile that it's built in, so it's kind of aesthetic. It's not really going to be that functional outside of the city tile. Like the whole region's not really going to care that there's 10 ports here, or however many I built. But yeah, it's got a bit of an island here. These rivers connect to some marshlands, and then this is like a major river that kind of goes in there. And yeah, it's just kind of freezing up on me, of course, because I'm doing some broadcasting. It should load up pretty soon, though. But yeah, I'll have a new UDI videoed out soon with that that whole road highway build that I've been doing. It'll cross town in here as well because I've got a big junction leading up to the port. Not just for roads, but for rails as well. I wanted to make sure that I got a lot of good rail infrastructure to connect to the container ports because obviously that's a lot easier for logistics to load from a container ship right onto a train, and then you can get that to the rest of the region rather than putting it on a truck, and it's a lot slower and the roads are already clogged. But yeah, while we're waiting, I don't know why it's taking so long. I can kind of go through some albums. I don't know. I got albums dating back to like 2003. So I like back things up every once in a while. So yeah, you can kind of see some stuff here. But this is some of the stuff that you'll be seeing in just a minute. And it's becoming a slideshow. Why is this not loading? I might cut this up if it's taking too long. But yeah, this is kind of how it works. I'm just still on Windows 10, still on a computer built back in the early 2010s. It seems to work well. Hey, here we go. And of course we got this graphical glitch that sometimes comes up. That's the first thing I show in this video, where the grass kind of overhangs. Sometimes if I save the city or something, it'll go away, but try not to worry about that. That kind of blends in. I hate when that happens. Just get rid of the UDI stuff. You can do that if you didn't know that. If you go to the UDI, there's that on and off button here. So like if you don't like those stupid UDI things coming, you can take them off here. But obviously this is actually a good place to start because you don't know what's going on. You see some container ports and stuff here, but if I zoom out, you'll see that I've got a whole bunch of cranes and stuff. Like this is the first time I ever built anything like this. Whoa! And I've got like rail connections and everything to it. So let's start at the top and work the way down. So at the very top here, I've got a terminus, another container port, 2 rail lines, a ferry terminal, and then a passenger line that kind of defaults into a passenger terminal. So like you can take the train up to here and then take the ferry, or you can kind of drive up here and take the ferry. So that's kind of what I did there. Just the default ferries, nothing crazy. And then here's every rail line that's connected in, that port is actually functional, whereas these ones are kind of eye candy. Never mind. Oh no, it actually provides industrial jobs. But this one actually has the capacity, so it can be done, and it's got a bit of a freight capacity too, so it can hold 500 freight units and 649 shipping units for some reason. So we'll work our way down here. Yeah, the rail lines kind of connect up. I try to make the curves and junctions as smooth as possible. There's an interchange here in the middle of the port land to connect up to some of the other ports, some more container ports and stuff, and then this is the end. So I think it's a little bit larger in the terms of like a real world scale, but again, this is a region of 50 million people almost, so you know, people want to export, import goods. This is going to be the main place to do it. So I'll just move down to the rest of town. So there's an interchange here to connect to some industrial lands around the rails, as the rails kind of split up. And then I've got a junction here that goes over the freeway so that both connections can come. So if I, for some reason, if I want like a container that comes off this ship and I need to load it to a ship on like over here, it can actually go on the rail, kind of zip around and kind of come back, move all the way around and do it there all by train if they don't want to load it up onto a truck. if it's logistically easier. I have that redundancy built in. So this is kind of a industrial area. And then over here is a couple of extra container ports that I put in, just kind of on the side of the old area that was supposed to be completely horizontal. So that's kind of how it's set up. If I move down, this is the main junction here. So this highway used to just be like a 90-degree curve before I extended it up to the north. So it's kind of a three-way. It's got that nice angled transition that makes it pretty nice and smooth, and a curve at the same time, and you don't need to put in a on-slope transition or anything there, which is something I usually do. Like, I got an on-slope here for the overpasses and for the rail here. Try to make it nice and decorative. So this freeway kind of heads out. Get a bit of a climbing lane as you get over onto a bridge and out of town here. And then to the south, I just zoned high density. I've got subways and everything to bolster that up. Another little local interchange here before it heads out to the city to the south. Looks like I've already got a little bit of growth. I think I put the simulator on for like a quick second. I misclicked. And just like that, I've got something growing, which is going to be a 3,500 job high wealth Omega Tower. So we'll see that one build. Bit of a bike path and pedestrian area around the shore here. I try to keep things relatively natural. I don't like using seawalls a whole lot. Having this against the edge is a little off, but you'll see in the rest of the city that it's not like that. This is the main rail line that kind of comes in. So another little overpass for local traffic. Nice little area here for some homes and businesses. Big intersection, big railway station, underpass, marina. That gives you all the watercraft and stuff that makes it look kind of neat. Some areas, hospital. I don't think I put in a fire department. I think I demolished it and I didn't put it back in, so I'll put it in a nice little residential area here. But yeah, I don't think this area has a fire station. I should probably put in two. I got a big police station, but I should put in a fire department in case there's a fire in the port. I can put one in here. I don't know, where's a good home? That looks good. So, if anyone's curious, this is the Mat B fire station. And then I can kind of go up here and build another one. Get a good spot. Maybe not too far up. Yeah, maybe put that there. And then on the other side, maybe I could put a police station in case there's crime in the cargo terminal. Yeah, there we go. They're kind of matching. That's just how they look here. Pretty cool. Probably got to just check out. You see all the opinion polls here. There's nobody around, so land value is going to go up. I should probably set my taxes. I usually make them all 0 to start, just to promote growth. Agricultural, there's no agricultural. Dirty, I'll make high. Manufacturing, let's keep it for the high-tech guys. Keep that funded normally. Fund up the education, utilities. But I really want to look at the ordinances, so this is all my ordinances, so I'll increase demand for... Yeah, maybe. Nah, industrial, there'll be enough demand. Kind of tick off a whole lot of these for now. These are all some expanded ordinances that you can download. But that should be good. I don't know why it's taking so long to accept. No business deals. Okay. Well, anyways, that's enough talking. I know we're already 15 minutes in. I haven't pressed play. Some people are like, get to the action, man. We'll do it. We'll do it. Okay. Where do you want me to start? Maybe we'll start down here. The game will freeze, just like in my big development videos. But this isn't like a huge city tile. It is a big, full city tile, but it's not... there's not a whole lot of land. But yeah, I've hit it. And it looks like we've got cranes. There's already an error. Just take a quick screenshot. So sometimes zones split up. So I will pause the simulation there. So sometimes, like, I'll zone for a 2x8, a 2x4 here, 2x4, a piece of wood, and then it'll split up. So, like, this zone is not going to connect to anything anymore. So that's rather annoying. So I'll try again. See if something else grows in its place. So in that time as well, looks like we had some more shops. Usually it's the commercial stuff that builds first. Residential usually takes a little bit of time to get used to. But yeah, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. You should start seeing some traffic kind of come into. There we go. That's a proper... I'm surprised that one built first. Maybe it just likes that little nook and cranny there. But that's what I want to see. Getting lots of stuff built up now. And when you have a lot of zones grow, because I know a lot of people plop stuff these days, you get like nice little animations like cement trucks. For residential, there's a lot of moving trucks and things that kind of come in. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Anything up in the port area yet? Probably not. Industrial takes a bit. There is something. I made like a nice terminus. This highway here, this north-south highway, is actually the ending of the first highway I built in the region, so I finally have a proper ending for it. Just take a screenshot of the construction. I like all these growth screenshots. It's like the fruit of my labor is now yielding a crop. Or however you say it, I'm sure that's all wrong. But yeah, they're all kind of developing next to the highway because there's a lot of park infrastructure to help reduce the air pollution. So yeah, it's mostly an industrial town, which is a little off the norm for me. Most of my cities are big, but it looks like some traffic is starting to use the highway. Got some buses going by here, a couple of cars. You know, some people are curious what buildings are here. This is a Midwest Bank, another one by Matt B 325, and this is this doesn't have a description at all, but that's the school. It's a big school. Yeah, you can see that traffic is starting to use the connections. A lot of the time, the city tiles next to here will need to be loaded as well for those like connections to be loaded in. So if I like pause, if I save this, exit to region, load up the city tile to the south, run the simulation for a little bit, then you might start getting some traffic to notice that there's, you know, roads and jobs and stuff up here, so it'll connect. But yeah, that's a big tower right there. Nice big roundabout over there too. Big intersection over here. And a double-track railroad. To be honest, thinking back, and I probably should have put a bypass rail line over the station because all the freight rail from the terminals comes in. So you have all those big freight trains, at least in, you know, real terms, would come through. But again, those container ports and things are mostly aesthetic. It's not really going to be that functional outside of the city. But I should have built rail bypass. Maybe I'll do that sometime. Maybe extend this underpass a tile or two. You'll get this every once in a while too. Like this no car zot, oh, it's because there's an avenue here. It's like they don't loop around, they can't get home. Which is kind of annoying. The way to fix that is to make a U-turn in the median. Which is kind of annoying. Man, it's really slow to build stuff here. I'm scared my game's going to crash while recording on super fast speed, so I'm actually going to kind of go over to the sea for a second. I don't know, pick like a nice spot, maybe like right here, and just give the game a quick save. Just because I don't want to lose what I've already built, because once I start the simulation again, it's going to be all different buildings and things that grow, because I'm usually a grower, not a plopper. But give this a nice save. But yeah, the marina's the one that adds like those little boats and things here. I can see a development here is actually encroaching on the rail line, so I might have to de-zone a bit there. So let's have a quick look. Put the simulator back on. Yeah, I don't like that. It also looks like... Yeah, I don't like that. Sorry, buddy. This building's going away. I might have to pause it here. It's just so slow. Hammer data security. I'm gonna de-zone that tile and that tile. Maybe put some trees in there. And I like putting industrial zones next to the rail lines because they can utilize the freight if they want. Might actually start to get some freight rail traffic as well. It looks like passenger rails working. So they're actually going to the port. Yeah, 3,000 people already. Looks like they're taking the bus. And then, oh, we got freight trucks. So that's cool. So they're taking the train, and they're actually going to the port. Look at that. And then people are getting off at the station here, taking the ferry. Nobody's taken that ferry yet. But yeah, looks like they're actually coming off, and they're working at a few places here. We're taking the ferry, or transferring to a bus, and somehow coming all the way back down for some reason. Sims do weird things every once in a while. But not a whole lot of workers yet. It'll take some time, but I think just like that, I think the simulator updated. Yeah, we got 406 car drivers now. So it looks like they're being employed in some places. And then that transit, I mean that, I think this doubles as a bus stop, right? Yeah. So they can kind of come up here. Maybe I'll build a couple other bus stops to encourage some transit. Maybe one here at the edge of the tiles. Just while I'm thinking about it. I got a lot of crap in my menus. There's a lot of updates in SimCity 4 development side. There's those new DLL files, or DIL. You can actually get some sub-menus now, which is pretty crazy. I don't know, maybe a quick bus stop over here. I'd like to build one at the central interchange, maybe here. I'll encourage some people to maybe take the bus up to there. I won't build a rail station though, but yeah, getting up to 70,000 people. I don't know, maybe about 100,000 in this city, I'm thinking. Not a whole lot of room for residential development, but yeah, might get it. If you're curious what some of these buildings are, I can query. This is the Kelvin Decline Friginarium. That employs 148 people. Just have a look at the... everything's good. Traffic's going way down as it should, as things are developing. Don't know if we got any freight rail. Yeah, we got people coming on the bus now. That's cool. Yeah, it's really cool. It's still updating. Nobody taking this freight rail, but there's other closer connections. Like if they are going to take freight rail, they'll probably kind of come. Oh, yeah, exactly. They go to this port. So really, no trains are going to be using this because there's really no point if this is fully Unless this gets completely clogged with container traffic, which it's only at 19% capacity. Don't think that'll be the case. Maybe somebody like right here might build and take the. They'll just drive with the freight truck, but yeah, that's my port. I know it's not the most realistic. Like I'm missing a lot of like bulk storage or whatever you want to call it, like for those big bulk freighters with iron ore and fuel and all that stuff. It's just containers, but you know, this gets the job around. It's my first port, so be careful. I mean, be easy on me. I think it looks pretty good. Yeah, let's head back into town as we are approaching 100,000 people. You can see the interchange is looking good here. It's surprising that the freight trucks are coming this way. You'd think they'd go right up to the port, but I guess until this at least gets congested, 70 freight trucks from these businesses here, I think it's better to go that way. Whereas 90 freight trucks, that's weird. Were they both coming from that business? I thought it was for a second. The simulator's still working overtime right now, trying to get everything figured out. Oh, this is my most northern subway station. So that'll give a lot of people commutes, make their commute a lot easier. Having some frame rate drops as the city builds up. A little bit of traffic here. But overall looking good. Yeah, these connections here will be utilized more once I open up the city tiles to the west and south. Because I don't think there's any traffic coming from here until I load that up. This guy has no job? They took your job? There's lots of jobs, man. Look at all the industrial area that has to grow still. I'll take a quick screenshot anyway. You can get rid of these too. The cheat code is called Tasty Zots. So if I was to enter that in, TAAZOTS, that gets rid of it. I'm sure he'll find a job. In fact, there's some office towers growing not far away from him, which is going to give me a problem because this is the spot where, maybe I'll just kind of make that green space if these towers keep messing up. Just going to pause it. 120,000 people. Wow. Ugh, yeah. Game was freezing there for a sec. Just too much going on. But I'll put in some parks here. There we go. That way the zone won't split all the time. It'll help with some air quality too, which looks fine. Environment's pretty good. It is going down a bit, but you know, city's growing. You can see how things have nicely filled in. Take another quick pick. Things will densify too over time. You can sometimes trick it as well. So if I demolish this piece of grass, put in one of those nice park areas, sometimes that will tell people, ooh, there's fancy trees nearby, and they might grow again after a little bit of time. But it's still very young in the city's history. So it may not do that yet until people start getting educated and everything. Oh, that's an interesting graphical glitch here. If I zoom in, it should be, weird. Maybe if I come back to it. Huh. Oh, it looks fine in this zoom. As soon as I zoom in, it's all like, what? Doesn't know what dimension to use, the 2D or the 2.5D. Is this not zoned here? Put that in. I guess it is. by doing take these dots, does that get rid of the zones? That's weird. Find it in again. That's weird. I get zones here. Oh, they're back. Okay, I don't know what caused that. Yeah, we can have a look at some of the queries and stuff too. Oh, we got a brown box. What did I forget to put in? St. Helens, isn't that one of the default? Maybe there's like a tree layer that somebody remodeled on it. I think that's one of the vanilla buildings, but somebody must have relotted it, and I downloaded all but one thing, and it doesn't like to grow. Yeah, how are these ports doing? Do we have any freight? Yeah, we got freight here. That's cool. And this is carrying a little bit of freight. It's neat to know that they're actually kind of being used. This is mostly passenger train, though. Really wasn't expecting a whole lot. But yeah, I'd say this is filling in nicely. I know I don't really have any seawalls or anything, but I think this looks just fine. You can be a critic, though. You can put it in if you want. And a big roundabout for big trucks and big buses. Surprised nobody's using the ferry terminal. They're all just taking the passenger one. No? And I'll have to load the adjacent tiles, obviously, for that to work. Sometimes it does, but the game just has to register that there's people here and there's a ferry terminal here. I gave them no time to do that because I was paused the whole time. Nobody's really using this interchange, are they? I put this in midway to try and help some connections, but no, nothing. Weird. They'd rather just come down this way for the rail, to take the train up. They're the transit users. $164. I'm thinking, can we get to 200,000 now? Most of the zones have developed now. These little ones on the side, they'll eventually be eaten up with some small developments here and there. But all the big plots of land have been pretty much taken up. Is this St. Helens again? No, what's that called? Pelmus Corporation. That's one I don't really remember at all. I'll have to see what's causing that one to brown box a little bit. This one's getting some road use. Still nothing on this side. I had to rework the connection to the south, though, because it was only 2 tiles before that went through, not 4. The highway was not as wide. Because I put in this really complicated exit stuff here, right? There's like an exit to the main highway, and then a local exit, and then this continues up normally. At least they're using the on-ramp here. Still getting a little glitch from some properties as well. But that's okay, just kind of demolish that and just let something else grow in its place. Ooh, this roundabout's very, very congested. A lot of roundabouts going in at my town. More and more. Let's have a look at some of the data views. So you'll see with it all off, that's kind of what it looks like. You'll see the port kind of sticking out, very unnatural. It's a big landfill. Fire hazard, obviously it's... I did have a fire station. Oh, it's just kind of hidden. So some good coverage there. Crime looks good. The top bit isn't fully covered, but whatever. Education, people are getting smart. Desirability. Yeah, some less desirable spots for commercial office, but there's no commercial office zone there. Agriculture is always fun. It's like the opposite of demand. They want to go to the places that are low demand. And high tech, it's like it's glowing like a halo or a radiation, like they really want to come here. And that's where I zoned it. Water's good, power's good, traffic is... Ugh. Oh, this is a park. I don't understand why it's always red. And then this roundabout got a little bit of congestion there. A little bit of local roads are congested too, but I mean, it's a very dense city. That's just what's gonna happen. Can't fight that. Well, you can if I put it on like a bigger simulator. I just brought it on low. I like the challenge of tackling the traffic. And then if I go to volume... Ooh, there was something there that just changed. It's like, we're gonna drive. We're gonna take the train. Nice to have alternatives. A lot of heavy pedestrian use over here, too. That's interesting. You're just gonna walk. Heavy car use on the main avenue. Makes sense to me. Bus. Yeah, some really good bus use over here. It's interesting. They take the train to the station, they'll take the bus. And then I've got some subways and stuff here too. Looks like they're working fine. Freight truck. Some decent volumes. Freight train, wasn't really expecting a whole lot despite all the rails. But it is cool to see that they actually are getting utilized just a little bit. If I load the zones view, it takes forever, so I'm going to skip that. Overall land value is good. Memory rating is going to be good. I mean, it's still a very young city, so... Just a little bit of air pollution so far. Near the big intersection. Water pollution, the park's aura. It finds that my port is actually very lovely. Wow. Who would have thought of like a port, a container port? It's a very nice place to like live life. Abandoned buildings, nothing. Not yet. It's still a young city, right? But yeah, looks like we're approaching 200,000. Before the game crashes, I'm going to give it another quick save. Just kind of go over here. Give that a quick save. Maybe I can reach 250 by the end of this this video, but there's really not a whole lot of room left, and most of those buildings are built, but you can see that they're getting more and more dense. But yeah, just make sure it saves. Sometimes when there's a long save, it'll give me the little spinny thing. Really not much of a concern. Sometimes I have to double save for it to look right, but I won't do that for a video. But yeah, you can see you got llamas here. There's a moose by the lake. You know, and just below here, that's the spire of a giant skyscraper. You know, just like everything in nature, right? You've got giant skyscrapers next to nature parks. In some areas of the world, that's true, like Central Park in New York. All right. If I can't get to 250, it's not a big deal. But you can see all these other places here that can be developed. But my goal of 200 still hasn't even been hit. Oh! just speaking of the devil, there we go. I didn't really bother putting in too many turn lanes, but you know, it does help with some traffic thing. It looks pretty neat too. That big intersection had it, but you can plop them in later on. My focus in this city was the port. You can put that in here. Just like that. .205. Here's that weird graphical glitch. Interesting. Yeah, this one's got the turn lane. This one's got some slip lanes just to take advantage of the lack of development on the shore. Oh, we got lots of cranes over here. We got some look at all these buildings. They're all the same. I got a lot of plugins, guys. Why are you all doing 121 apartment? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 under construction, maybe a sixth. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 already built. Okay, that wasn't another one, so that's 25. Maybe, is that 26? Just in this one screen? That's certainly strange. But yeah, lots of, for some reason. 206. Got some denser buildings being built over here. I can keep this going until the construction really starts to slow down. But we're still moving. 212. This might be closer to an hour. I can't believe it. Oh, we got a traffic collision here. Again, I can put in some additional turn lanes and stuff, which I should have done at the beginning. I put them in here for the big intersection, but not the little minor ones. Even with all the subways and everything, when a city is this dense, do this one too. Oh wait, I only did the one side. There we go. And then when you do that, just make sure you reconnect the roads, or else you'll get these no cars hots, because the road gets eliminated as part of that build. But yeah, still lots of room for growth, like these little houses here next to big skyscrapers. All these guys, are they all going to be working at the dock? Probably not. Construction complete. But yeah, there's the subway station. Nope. Only 11% capacity, so it's got lots of room. But yeah, traffic's actually improving a little bit, despite the continued growth. Some of my other cities, traffic's like way down here. Okay, now it's going way down. Let's see where there's some other action in town. Got another park over here. A lot of repeated buildings. I just downloaded all kinds of more mods too. But yeah, it looks like construction's starting to slow down at 222. More and more crashes. Just a fact of life. You're living in a big city. 233. Okay. Now that I've hit 233 and I still see lots of room, maybe I can hit 250,000. Is 300,000 even a possibility? I doubt that, but maybe. Just maybe, but geez, these towers are just repeating everywhere. What's going on here? Did I not zone this as dense? Oh no, it's all zoned for high density. This is just where all the services, I guess, wanted to develop. Maybe I can fool it as well, get some more big buildings. Can't even see that roundabout anymore, can you? It's just been lost. Lost in the sea of skyscrapers. Keep that growing. Construction complete. Yeah, this interchange is hardly used at all. I guess most people are taking the train. Let's go to that graph. We didn't look at the graphs. What year are we at here? 19? We could do a 50-year time scale here. Crime's good. Commute time's kind of stabilized. Power's good. Maybe we can go down to 10 years here. Water's good. Air pollution's way down. Wow. Something. Maybe there was some dirty industry or something. It's good to see. Jobs and pop. Looks like there's a lot of middle income. It's a big middle income town. Water pollution. Garbage, education. Average income's taking a bit of a drop, but that's okay. Income and expenses. At least income's all over the place. Expenses just keep rising steadily. I'm running a deficit right now, I know. And then here's the traffic volume. So you can kind of see pedestrians king. Then subway is a little bit above the cars. So even though I built all this road infrastructure, it's actually the third most utilized form of transport. And then you've got buses. The freight trucks are right at the bottom. Freight train is right at the bottom too. Good train use. Ferry is like kind of fluctuating a little bit, but it's basically dead now. And there's no monorail. There's no BTM in this city. $243,000. Still growing too. Rid of the sidebar so you can see more to the city. Let's have a look at the Portland. Yeah, there's really not much left of industrial. There's like a schmidge here, a schmidge there. They get filled in very slowly. What the heck? Why did this get disconnected? Is that by me by mistake? I will fix that up. That causes a bit of a disconnect. Yeah, all the buses come back here. It's like, what the? Sometimes weird things happen. Maybe I demolished it. $140 people are using the seaport now. Are they taking the train all the way up? One train. One train. They thought this one little lot's like, well, we'll send one train up here. But most will come in by freight truck. Yeah. Yeah, this one isn't getting to get any use. These ones probably won't. But the ones closer to shore will, yeah. Yeah, it's cool. It's just cool to see them being used. Let's go have a look at this end of town as we approach 250,000. Zone that a little bit differently. But yeah, I think we're gonna hit it. I don't think we'll hit 350. It's really slowing down. Or sorry, 300,000, but we'll hit 250. Hope you liked the town. Just got to squeeze in another 3,000 people. See if where there's some additional construction, like these houses could redevelop. Yeah, it looks like we're going to peak around 250. $245, we're going down. Oh, come on, I want to hit 250 before this video ends. Build. Give me another building here. There we go. $250, $257. All right. $260. Oh, maybe we can get to 300. Just got to induce some demand with some trees. Just got to get all those little houses to develop. See if we can do it. But a lot of these new developments as well have high wealth, so they're not going to have as many people in them as the buildings that they're being replaced with. Sorry, I mean the buildings that they are replacing. Because I can't keep the tax rate 0% forever. Or can I? What's my budget? Yeah, it's only running a 20,000, less than 20,000 deficit, and I can last for a while. $275. All right, I'm going to 3. I'll end the video at 3,000. Sorry, 300,000. That is. But we got there to about, about 250 naturally, and just had to put it on steroids a little bit. Not that there's a whole lot left to grow. Most of these things are dense already. But they just love these parks. Most of the time, anyway. Maybe not here. Yeah, this is already dense. Maybe I won't hit 300. But hey, I wasn't even sure if we were going to hit triple digits. But yeah, we're coming up to an hour, so I'll call it here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I enjoyed giving this a little bit of a commentary. I'll do a zoom out. I'm just going to save the city first, and we'll kind of end with a zoom out. I'll probably eventually get to 300K maybe. Put my region close to close to 48 million, and 2 million to go to hit that 50 million milestone. Come on, you can save. Got a horse and a llama over here. Another horse over there. Maybe a moose and a deer. Alright, let's do a zoom out. You can do it, game. I set your CPU priority to high. There we go. So there we go, that's the city. Pretty much fully developed. I think the port looks pretty good. Looking out for some pointers if you have any, though. You can see kind of like the residential area over here, too. But yeah, guys, this is Hal Jackie, showing you another new city of mine. Hopefully you enjoyed, and yeah, I got some areas over here I could do, too. We'll see you back for another one sometime soon. Probably have another UDI video out as well. Thanks a lot. Take care. Have a good one.